Good afternoon, South Aiken High School. Tomorrow's the big day many of you have been waiting for, where we begin our Power Hour rollouts. Power Hour is the hour built into our school day that's reserved for tutoring opportunities, for students to have access to resources like the library and our computer labs, for you to have an opportunity to go back and work with teachers if you need extra time on tests and quizzes, or if you just need some extra assistance, if you want to get a study group together with another group of students, if you need some quiet time to get your homework done, and of course to enjoy all the awesome food that we have available here at South Aiken High School. So we're really excited about this initiative. This is our second year of having Power Hour here at South Aiken. And we've had some teachers and students and parents who really have loved it. We want to make sure that we roll out Power Hour this year in the right way. And so we're going to spend a little bit of time today talking about the rules for some of the things that we need to observe during Power Hour, like off-limits areas. We're going to talk about that today. We want to make sure that that hour built into the school day is safe and orderly, and that everybody has the opportunities that they deserve to seek out those times with those teachers and to get that extra help. So please pay attention today as we go through some of these rules and regulations. We do have a schedule for Power Hour restrictions. If Power Hour becomes a problem, we will resort to that schedule, but we don't want to do that. We want to keep Power Hour in place for our students and for our teachers this year. So please pay attention as we go through these rules and regulations.
First things first, South Aiken is a closed campus. What that means is once you enter school grounds, you're not allowed to leave before the end of the school day, with the only exceptions being if you have early dismissal or if you're assigned up by an appropriate adult. Now, we're going to give you some quick examples of some off-limits areas due to South Aiken being a closed campus.
Nope. No.
One more time.
Nope. No, not a good idea. Nope.
There are also some areas within the building where you're not allowed to be, such as the atrium, unless you are going to the vending machine, the front doors of the atrium, which you're not allowed to use, except if you are leaving campus after your early dismissal. You are not allowed to accept deliveries from these front doors. The 500 hallway, unless you are under the direct supervision of a teacher. Also the band and chorus hallways, unless you are under the direct supervision of a teacher. And the 400 hallway, unless you are under the direct supervision of a teacher. All these areas within the building are considered off limits unless you are in a teacher's classroom or going to a teacher's classroom. You cannot hang out or loiter in the 400 hallway, the 500 hallway, the atrium, the front doors, or any of those areas unless you are under the direct supervision of a teacher. So, Ms. Schaefer talked earlier about some things that are going on in Power Hour, such as tutoring, being able to go to your teacher's classroom, all those kind of good things. We will keep the same tutoring schedule that we had from last year. Math, social studies, and foreign language will provide tutoring during the first half of Power Hour, while science and English will provide tutoring for the second half of Power Hour. This year, you will have 5 minutes to transition from fourth period to where you're going to be for tutoring for the first half of Power Hour. Once the bell rings and the doors are shut at the top of the 100 and 200 hallway, you will not be allowed to enter the 100, 200, and 300 hallway after the tardy bell rings. You will not be allowed to enter those hallways once again until the mid-bell rings in the middle of Power Hour for those 5 minutes. And then once again, once the tardy bell rings, those doors will be shut and you will not be allowed to enter the 100, 200, or 300 hallways. Now, once you're on the 100, 200, or 300 hallways, you'll be allowed to go from one class to another with a pass from a teacher. I'll say that again. Once you're on the 100, 200, or 300 hallways and the doors are shut, you will be allowed to go from one class to another with a pass from a teacher. So once again, just to close out, those are just a couple of simple rules and procedures that will be taking place during Power Hour for this 2017-2018 school year. One thing I cannot reiterate enough, you are not allowed to have food delivered to you here at the school by your parents, by a fast food place, by any of those things, and you cannot have that food delivered. You can also not leave campus to go get some food because South Aiken is a closed campus. The only exception you have to leave campus before the school day is over is if you're early dismissal or if you are signed out. I can't stress it enough, South Aiken is not an open campus. You cannot have food delivered. You cannot go and get food. Now, again, these are just some simple rules and procedures that we're doing with Power Hour for the 2017-2018 school year. And we'll start tomorrow on Wednesday for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade students. 9th grade, you will be reporting back to your homeroom on at the 4th period starting tomorrow, and we will let you know when you will be starting Power Hour. Once again, 9th grade, you are going back to your homeroom at the 4th period. 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, you start Power Hour tomorrow on Wednesday. Once again, we're looking forward to a great year, utilizing Power Hour to get tutoring done, meet with clubs, and do all the other things that come along with it. Let's have a great year, T-Breds.